We left Europe with close to nothing, the shirts on our backs, and one small case each. In hopes for a better life, we risked everything and made the 10-week journey across the Atlantic. Like many other immigrants, the hope for a new life was worth the risk of the journey. When we reached the New York harbor, the skyline greeted us. We sailed past the Statue of Liberty and into Ellis Island. After the 10 weeks of sailing treacherous waters, this was one of the most beautiful sights I had ever seen. My whole family was lucky enough to be considered healthy. We walked out onto the battery to wait for the ferry into the city. We paused and take a photo in front of the skyline of the city. We ride the ferry into the city and take our first steps onto the soil of the city. We walked around the city. It was very overwhelming considering we came from a very small town. We walked around the streets, parks, courtyards. We walked what felt like 1,000 miles. We did not care, though. We were grateful to be here. We rode the subways uptown and downtown, making stops all over the city. This was the fastest way of transportation for us and made it more manageable for us to all get around the city. While on the subway cars, we realized there are many others just like us, all in hopes for the same fate in New York. Irish, Italian, Russian, German, every race and nationality was accounted for in the city. We settled in Midtown East along with many other immigrants from various countries. It was very hard for us to communicate with other people speaking many different languages. We lived with a small German family. They were very nice people. The German father and I got jobs at a factory. Some days after work, we'd wander the streets looking for street art. We found a vendor selling small portraits of art such as Starry Night. I bought a few with some of my spare change for my daughter. She always loved to look at pictures of art. You could see the joy in her eyes. She was very disappointed because we could not fit all of her art supplies in our cases to bring with us. She sure did love art. New York is our home and our city. We shared this city with so many people. It was truly the melting pot for everybody.